We start in the US, where tens of thousands of people paid tribute to the conservative activist Charlie Kirk at a memorial in Arizona. Mr. Kirk was shot dead at a university in Utah in a suspected politically motivated attack earlier this month. President Trump and a host of senior figures from his administration addressed the event in Arizona from behind a bulletproof glass. In an emotional tribute, Mr. Kirk's widow, Erika, told the crowd her Christian faith meant she would forgive her husband's killer. A 22-year-old man, Tyler Robinson, has been charged with the murder of Charlie Kirk and remains in custody. He has refused to cooperate with police. Donald Trump praised Charlie Kirk throughout his address and said his killing was an attack on the entire nation.
Charlie's murder was not just an attack on one man or one movement. It was an attack on our entire nation. That was a horrible attack on the United States of America. It was an assault on our most sacred liberties and God-given rights. The gun was pointed at him, but the bullet was aimed at all of us. That bullet was aimed at every one of us. Indeed, Charlie was killed for expressing the very ideas that virtually everyone in this arena and most other places throughout our country deeply believed in. But the assassin failed in his quest because Charlie's message has not been silenced. It now is bigger and better and stronger than ever before, and it's not even close.
Well, Charlie Kirk's widow, Erika, told the crowd she forgives her husband's killer and that she would continue his work.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us. The world needs Turning Point USA. It needs a group that will point young people away from the path of misery and sin. It needs something that will lead people away from hell in this world and in the next. It needs young people pointed in the direction of truth and beauty. And so I promise you today, every part of our work will become greater. I am tremendously honored to be the new CEO of Turning Point USA.
Well, our North America correspondent Runadai Mukherjee sent this update from the memorial in Arizona.
Well, it's been a massive show of strength by the supporters of Charlie Kirk, who gathered here in tens of thousands just at that stadium behind me. In fact, I've been seeing just the sheer number of people who were trying to get in since this morning. Many of them who couldn't make it essentially left disappointed, saying that we're frustrated we couldn't go in, but it's amazing to see just the number of people who had gathered. What was also important to see is the highest members of the Trump administration present here, celebrating the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk, heaping praise on him, talking about him as a martyr, someone who died doing what he loved and spreading the word of God, and talking about what really America needs. And I think all of this also needs to be seen through the prism of politics as well, as the unanimous message that came out from all these important individuals who hold important positions of power in the US administration, that the work of Charlie Kirk will not end. It will go on, and they will carry this forward. So I think that is very significant in terms of a political message that is being delivered. You had an emotional Erika Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk, also speaking out, and to a resounding and thunderous applause by the audience when she essentially recounted how she felt when she saw Charlie Kirk's body, and also said that she forgives the killer of Charlie Kirk, saying that that's what Charlie Kirk would have wanted, that's what Jesus would have wanted. And I think the references, the religious references today was also very significant as they looked to speak and appeal to the masses over here, where they talked about Charlie Kirk being a person who preached the word of God as well. So I think politically and from that religious aspect, as they looked to connect with the people here, they made those very important references. So Charlie Kirk was essentially bid farewell to by the thousands who had gathered here. And what was important is that it was not just a memorial service, but it was also important to see it as a big political message and a reiteration of how important Charlie Kirk was to the MAGA movement, even though he never ran for office or held any official government positions.